trying not to move the camera, but sorry, it's moving. Today I want to do a bracelet. You will have seen it at the beginning, since you know I always put it at the beginning. At least gives you an idea what you're going to be looking at. I do have this. I'm going to have to pull this camera further away because it's really close. But anyway, this is the hoop I'm using. Nope, not quite perfectly round, but it's going to have to do. It's the only one I have because I want to do a bangle. There you go. And it is a little loose on my hand, so I'm going to put this black on the inside. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a Skinner blend with these. And after I get this all ready, and yeah, this one's cernet, but I wanted to try gold and silver together. And this one here is what gold it is. Antique gold. It's just the one I happen to pick up. You use whatever you want. And this one's silver. Am I in the screen? No, because it's really close to me. I have to back it off. This one's silver. Am I showing you the right spot? Yeah, but it's a little smudgy. But it says silver right there. I don't read the other two languages very well. And this one here is just the green. So that green, that's metallic too. Green gold. So anyway, I'll take some out. I'm not using a lot. I don't want to make a lot. Just want to make enough for the bracelet. So I'm probably going to use about, oh my goodness, so close. This much. I'll have to run it through the machine because it's kind of messed up. I might even have a little extra color in there of something else. I don't know by the looks of it. It doesn't look quite like this, does it? It's a darker piece in there. Or maybe it's just because it's not all conditioned. I don't know. We're going to condition it anyway. So once I get that done, I will come back, and I'm hoping this is not going to be so close. I'm trying to put this camera in a place where it's convenient for both of us. Anyway, be back. All right. I think it moved back a little bit, but not a ton. The first thing I need to do is trim this up. Get my little pieces. I did drop some clay, but we'll get to that in a minute. Excuse me. So I'm going to take my blade. Just moved everything everywhere on here and I can't find anything. Anyway. So I'm just going to trim this up. Again, just a small bangle. I'm not making anything magnificent. Just want to try something out. Just going to get these edges off. Trim them up. This is rolled out on the thickest setting. I'm going to put it on the inside and on the outer edge. Get that all lined up. I'm definitely not going to need all this clay, but we'll just trim off what I don't need and put the rest in this package. I'm still kind of close down there. I'll lay this down. I don't want to bog your eyeballs up, you know what I mean? You know, sometimes when you can be watching something, it's just bouncing around too much or gives me a headache. There. To trim it, I'm just going to take my blade, go in here, and cut straight down. I'll take this piece off. I'm stuck to it. Soft. It's very, very soft. And this other piece under it, I'll flip it up, peel it off, and then lay this one back down. one, it's very soft. Make sure it's all nice and smooth on the edge here. So I hope everybody's been doing well. I took today off work as a vacation day because my weekend off, and decided to get some more painting done in my kitchen. Doing that and laundry and all kinds of fun stuff, you know, the norm. I always say, does a woman really have a day off? No. Just one small roll. I'm just grabbing a brush and using the edge just to roll in here. Don't want to be stuck together. It's definitely nice to catch up on things that you can't really catch up on yeah, this tray, my glass piece here is, it's better now. I just pushed it up further, but it's not level. So I moved it over. It's closer to my pasta machine. I can show you. Ooh, now hang on, because I'm moving the camera. Pasta machine. See? Hit a button. I'm back. Anyway, pasta machine is just right here. So I moved. I'm trying not to bounce you guys around too much, but I moved this tray over this way, closer to the pasta machine. That's why my camera system is not at its best, because I'm still trying to. I'll go with that. We're going to go with this position right now, because I don't want to move you guys around. Make myself sick. I don't know what it's going to do to the ones that are going to be watching this. But I've just been playing around, you know. So I'm just smoothing on the inside here. Checking it, making sure I can't even speak tonight. Making sure that everything is nice and smooth. Can you see? Can you see? There we go. I'm going to bake this for probably only about 30 minutes, 275. This is primo. So I'm going to set that aside. Actually, give me a minute. I'm going to put it in the oven. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I've just been kicking stuff around. Okay. Literally, just did. I wonder why I've had so many concussions over the years. It's nothing but a klutz. Anyway. So here's my other pieces. Let me get this brush out of the way and move over. See, you guys are close. Oh. So I'm going to use the smaller piece first. I'm just going to cut it in half. I'm going to try and get you guys in here. I cut it in half, flip it over. That's going to be my center color. It's going to go like that. And I have my gold. I don't think I need all this gold, so I'm going to chop this part off. That can go back in the pack. I'm going to cut it on an angle, even though you can't see the total angle. Here, now you can. Oops. Flip it over like this. And this is going to go like, stretch it out like this. I'm not real fussy when it comes to sticking them together. Just as long as they're together, I don't really care. Okay, I'm going to cut my silver. Let me move the silver. I'll cut my silver pretty much in half in an angle. Do the same thing. Flip it. I'm gonna stick it on here like this somehow. That's about as fancy as I'm getting with that. So now I'm going to put it in my pasta machine. Like this. Solid silver here, solid gold here, going down. And it's going to be going on my thickest setting because I doubled it. And here it is. Fold it up again. And again, putting it in this end and up. Again, fold it. I usually flip these too. I just don't want to keep it going the same way for now so you guys can see it. I'm going to do it again. And again. I have no idea what this is going to look like. I kind of turned it over. I'm always flipping it around. I'm going to have to turn my fan on down here in a minute because it's very warm. And one thing, the weather is unbelievable for this time of year. At this point, I know you guys know what I'm making, but at this point, I don't. I still haven't decided from one to another. I will, obviously, by the time I get done doing all this. But for right now, I don't know. I think what I actually plan on doing, I probably won't. See, it's starting to blend in nicely. Right. And I wanted to put gold and silver together, so it was a grain gold. It should look all right. If I'm really chatty tonight, it's probably because I've had too much caffeine for one day. I usually have a coffee in the morning and that's it. But since I've been off work, I've been doing a little bit more than that. I say off work. Yesterday was my day off. I took today off. And it's my weekend off. I get every other weekend off. Working the lovely front line. So now we're in tier 4. That's just my oven. And just ignore that noise. We're in tier 4, so now we have to wear a mask and goggles and face shield and the whole 9 yards. And I'm letting this go long. Bracelet, right? I don't know, should I let it go long or should I not? Should I? Shouldn't I? Should I? Shouldn't I? Told ya, I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't completely decided. So I could let it go long this way. I think I will. Because you guys know before me right at this point. I think that's pretty good for a Skinner blend. What do you think? Do I have you in? There it is. That's my Skinner blend. The next step is, what am I going to do with it? I think I'm going to do the second thing that I was thinking of. So I'm going to put this, right now it's on a 7, which is my thickest setting. I'm going to put it down to a 5. I'm going to run it through. Okay, I'm going to put it down to a 4. Whoops, sorry. I'm trying not to have this bad habit of hitting my camera. I gotta set up something better than this because I'm gonna have you guys all dizzy. Yeah, I like that thickness. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna tear this off. This is not what I had planned, by the way. And I'm just gonna tear it off in little pieces. And I'm just gonna stack it. A little tiny piece there. Stack it on top of each other like so. Because it's all, and that's why I came to this conclusion, because it's all metallic, right? So I'm just going to go down, and the only reason why I ripped it off is so it's easier to handle. Oops. I'm just going to stick it all together. I love playing with metallic clay because you can do so much with it and it's so pretty. I think so anyway. I think I've done a tutorial on something like this before. You've already seen that I've mixed clay together, so you know that it can be done. And we had plenty of time to do this while my bracelet in there bakes. And now the green's going to start going in. It's a little bit bigger than I want it to put. missed it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just, it's going to look kind of cool in the end. Yeah, gotta turn that fan on. Trying to keep my mitts out of the screen here so you see more of what I'm doing than my hand. So I'm going to continue to do this all the way down to the other side. And just rip off another piece. I will eventually have to pick this up, won't I? Whoops, didn't stick very good. Oh, come on, get off my thumb. Stubborn. I just love the transition of the clay when you do it like this. It looks so cool. Stuck to my finger. Bummer, dude. Well, you guys don't have to see me doing this. This is a little bit monotonous, I think. So I'm going to finish doing this, and when I'm done, and when the bracelet centerpiece is done, I'll come back and we'll move on to the next step. I'll show you what you already know what I'm doing. Like I said, you know before I do. I'm still contemplating and, Anyway, I'll be back. See you in a tiny little bit. Hey, we're back. I already took it off of the round thingamajiggy. It was easier. I find it easier when it's warm out the oven. And I just took this and kind of went around and totally comes detached and off it comes. Very simple. So anyway, here is this. I want to sand it a little bit, but I'll do that off camera just to make sure, there's nothing too serious with it. And I had a piece of paper. Oh, here it is. Let's see, I had it out here. I did smooth it off some by doing this, but now I want to take my roller and I'm just going to go like this. And I'll get it to the best that I can, and then I'll probably just put it through the pasta machine. Get it nice and smooth. So I find that's probably the easiest way to do it when it's big like this. And it's different levels and all kinds of stuff, Yeah. Make sure I get my blade going the right way. Take my finger off. It's not always good. I prefer going this way with it. So I'll just do a part at a time. I find it easier this way. And just take a peek. Whoops. See how it's going? Yeah, see? That's way better. Oh, I got a little piece stuck to my paper. I'm just going to stick it at the end. Excuse me. Yeah. It's coming up quite nice. Very nice. Do this in because this isn't. I got this at the dollar store, honestly, for $4. I still have my purple one. And I thought for this price, I can move it around. My other one's quite large and it is easy to maneuver. I'm going to put this through the pasta machine on the thickest setting and see how that comes out. Get my roller out of the way, my brush out of the way. Put it on my thickest setting, as I said before, which is a number 7. Squeaking for some reason. I drop it to a 5. Yeah, that's doing it. There. Just like that. All right, I'm going to go off camera for a minute because I just want to put this over because you can see it's got some little bumpies on here and stuff, so I just want to sand it up a little bit, and I'll be right back. Okay, I just use these sanding blocks. I don't know if I've showed you before, but that's what I use when I do stuff like this, just rough stuff. Anyway, I just want to make sure this is going to go around it too. That's always a good idea, isn't it? Not quite. So I want to stretch it out a little bit more, which means I'm going to bring it down to another. I'm going to bring it down to a number 4. That should be plenty. There. Whoops, see, I hit the camera. Okay, close your eyes for a minute. This is definitely big enough though. Need some liquid clay. Let me see. Yep, see, it fits my wrist pretty good. Don't need a lot, just enough so it'll stick. I still have to put something on the inside of this as well too. Maybe I'll do the next tutorial, I'll do what I was thinking of doing this one. Since I changed it up right in midstream, I just thought this would make a nice skinner blend. And then I want this end to be quite straight. I'll do the other one after. I'll just put this on, wrap it around. Turn this off. I'm going to take these scraps and kind of mix them up. And that's what we can put on the inside, but I'm going to bake the outside first. There. Like so. Excuse me. Ugh, itchy nose. Just pushing back and forth because I want this to adhere to each other. And I'm just going to push these down. Make sure you get all your, so I want it to go down the side. And you want to make sure all the air is out too. So just push this down. And after I do that, we'll trim it. And then I'll put it back in the oven again. Excuse me. I kind of like to put this in an oval shape too. So that could be something I might do. And you can do that very easily, like this. And if it won't stay, you can always put paper balled up inside there, but it probably will stay. And again, I want to get these edges together. Just push it down like so. Make sure these are stuck again. And I'm going to take, I wasn't going to take this blade. I'll just get a smaller blade. And just, oops, better in the screen so you can see me better. That will always help. And just trim around. And pick it up and do it, it's easier. This blade is really quite sharp. It's fetching up on me. Slow and steady wins the race, right? Isn't that what they say? Just squeeze it together, make it more straight. That out. Now let's go to the other side and we'll do the same thing over here. I'm talking weird tonight too, aren't I? Yeah. Whoops. Boy, this is really sharp. Just caught it right in my fingernail. Anyway. See how flexible the clay is, and it should be flexible like that. That means it's cooked right. Means I baked it long enough. So now I'm just going to rub this and make sure it's nice and smooth, because when this comes out of the oven, we want it nice and smooth to do the inside. So I'll just rub this nice around the edges. Oops, dug my finger in it. Just want something dark in there, and I don't want that there. Whatever it is. Oh, I think it's mine. Oh, there it goes. Where I did it. Oh, it's still there. Oh, I know what it is, because I rubbed it too much. It's on the inside. Flip it over, do the same thing. And then I'm going to put this back in the oven again for another 30 minutes. That's why I didn't need to do the first one overly long. By the time this all gets baked, it will be a while in the oven in total time. So I'll put this in for 30. My last bake, I may do it for a full hour. We'll see. Bits of clay everywhere. It's okay. Anyway. Yeah, it kind of looks weird. I probably should have thought of something different there, but that's all right. This one there too. There. It'll look all right. Piece of clay. Okay, I'm going to put this back in the oven. Make sure it's all nice and smooth. And when it's done, we'll come back. Excuse me, and I am going to do it on kind of like this, because this here is going to be like that part of your, that part of the bracelet is going to be on the bottom. So there we go. I'll see you in a bit. Hi. How's the back? With runny nose. Anyway, here we go. This was a leftover. I chopped it up and squeezed it together, and I thought, you know, I should, and I was leaching it because it's so sticky. Anyway, this one I'm going to be putting on the inside. I'm just going to leave it like this. I was going to twirl it and stuff, but you know what, I think it's kind of twirled enough. Pick one of the sides. So I'm just going to put this through the pasta machine like this to make it longer. I'm going to do it on the thickest setting. See, that was kind of cool. Let's see if that's going to be enough. If not, I'll drop it another setting. I'm going to drop it another setting anyway, because if I get it too thick in there, then it's not going to go on. And I really, you know, if I don't plan on keeping things, I shouldn't really be making them to fit me because my wrists are smaller than most people's. Anyway, I'm gonna drop it down a couple. 6, 5, down to 5. And I'm gonna put it through like so. Yeah. So we can get our liquid clay on the inside, which I'm sure I keep moving everything around here too much. That's all right. One of these days I'll get this organized so it'll work well for me. A liquid clay, hold things together, and very little. This stuff goes a long ways. I wouldn't mind getting some more. I still have a lot in my bottle, but I always like to have a bottle ahead. I'm one of those weird people that, you know, I can't use something till it's just about gone because I start panicking. All right, so again, I'm going to chop off the end to make it nice and even. I'm going to try and pick it up with my slippery liquid clay fingers. And I'm not going to put it right in line with this one, but I am going to do it on the back part. Like so. I'm trying to show this so you can see what I'm actually doing. I do like these colors. Okay, there you go. And again, I'm just going to do what I did before, snip it off. And I'll peel this part off. Lift this up. And take that piece out. And give it another bake. And you know, you can always bake these, the outside and inside at the same time if you want, but I've come to the conclusion, after all the bakings and stuff that I've done, that it's just easier to do it a step at a time, because I don't know, maybe I'm just too rough with my stuff. I don't know, I just find it comes out a lot better. Less smudges, less everything. I'd rather do more bakes than less. And I just don't find I'm saving myself anything in the long run. I find it's just better to do extra bakes. And as you can see, I did make it into an oval. It slips off and on much easier, I find. Because, you know, really our hands and wrists, they're not round. They're round, but they're not circle. They're more oval. All right, so now that I've done that and flipped it over, I'm just going to trim it off this way. And then I'll put it in for the last bake. And after it's baked, I'll give it a light little sand and buff it. Let's see what it looks like. It'll probably be pretty cool because I do have CERN in there, and I did some metallic clay anyway. And I find that it buffs up quite nicely. Just trying to get those little pieces off, but then I'm going to rub it all in nice. I'm using that word nice an awful lot too this evening. I'm not sure why. It's not one of my favorite words. Did you find I'm rambling again? Yeah, again, caffeine overload. That's what this is all about, a caffeine overload. And I'm going to start singing. No, I'm not. Trust me, it'll shut me off in a heartbeat. So that's how easy this is. I do have something else in the oven that I've been working on in between. I'm probably going to do a tutorial on that too, because if it comes out like I hope it is, it should be pretty cool. a friend of mine that asked me if I could make her pair of earrings like this because she lost one. I'm working on it. I'll show you when I'm done them. See what you think. I hope they come out okay. I'm not going to be able to get it exactly like that. And I told her that. So no, not exactly, but I could probably come pretty close. All right, in the oven with this. And I've been working on those too at the same time. Yes, I've been doing all these. Anyway, there she be. Back in the oven it goes. Clean up this mess. And when it's out, again, I'm just putting it in for 30 minutes. Because that's pretty thin and the rest have already been baked quite a bit. So 30 minutes and I'll be back out with it. And we'll take a look at it. I'll still probably do another tutorial on the original bracelet I planned on making, which was not this one. But anyway, we'll have fun with what we do. Just picking up them little pieces. All right, baking time again, and I'll be back. I'm back. And here it is. I buffed it with some Renaissance wax. Where is it? Right here. So I put some of this on it and I let it dry for a few minutes, and then I buffed it with my Dremel. And let's see if I can get it off. Here we go. And I buffed up the inside of it as well. Hard to show here, but it does have a really nice shine to it. And that's all I'll be doing to it. So that's this tutorial. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it will give you some, see this one, I mean, like it goes on my wrist, but it probably won't go on a lot. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and take care, and I'll see you next time.